The reigning regular season champs in the Eastern Conference, New York City FC, make their way into Mafre Stadium, where reigning team MVP Pedro Santos and a host of faces, new and old, are ready to get the black and gold rolling in a new decade as we leap into 2020 and celebrate 25 seasons of Major League Soccer and the Columbus Crew here on Sports Time Ohio. Merry Christmas, as they say. We welcome you to the broadcast booth, Neil Sika, and so pleased to welcome Jordan Angeli, the veteran of the NWSL and WPS, to our shows. Great to see you. And Jordan, for a Columbus team with a lot of new faces, almost a dozen, Caleb Porter has his stamp on the squad. With it comes pressure, but also the expectations, and they're on a lot of people's radar to make a rise in the East.
Yeah, a couple of key players out of the team, but with the players that Caleb Porter and Tim Bezbachenko brought in, you look at how that solidifies the spine of your squad. You've got Vito Wormhor, who is an Ajax youth player, a lot of experience there. Darlington Nagbe's won about everything you can win in MLS. And then Lucas Celarayán, part of one of the best teams in North America over the last decade. He is a goal scorer, a playmaker, and what those three and the rest of those players that you mentioned, this cohesion of this crew is really based on those three and their leadership here as we get rolling here into the first game of the season.
Of course, adjusting to those new faces without the likes of the captain, Will Trapp, who was traded to Inter Miami, and Federico Higuaín, who signed as a player assistant coach with DC United. Undefeated preseason. City's got two in the bank from the Champions League. We've got lineups and kick, and the opener next. Columbus Crew Soccer Club on Sports Time Ohio is presented by Papa John's. Papa John's Pizza is the official pizza of your Columbus Crew. Better ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's. And by Mafre Insurance. That's Mafre, people who take care of people. A Sunsplash season opener as they're out of the tunnel at Mafre Stadium. The penultimate home opener at Mafre in this its final full season of Crew Soccer before the new downtown digs in the summer of 2021. New York City FC won the Eastern regular season. They're the opponent. Caleb Porter's lineup, Mafre Insurance starting 11. Lots of new faces. The $7 million man leads the line in the attacking midfield, Celarayán.
I'm going to talk about Milton Valenzuela, the left back, after an ACL tear earlier last preseason in 2019. He missed the whole season. He's back this year, and the excitement around this Crew squad of what Valenzuela can bring in attack and his defensive responsibilities. Excited to see what he can do.
4-3-3 for Ronnie Dyla's debut in MLS for New York City. There's one change after their 1-0 win Wednesday at Red Bull Arena. That's Eber coming back into the fold to lead the line as the 9. He had 15 goals last season. What a find. The journeyman throughout much of Eastern Europe. The Brazilian will help New York City, and that attack is potent.
And you talked about Celarayán on the Crew side, but for New York City FC, it's all about Maxi Morales. They're number 10, wearing number 10. He had 20 assists last season. This is the guy they're looking to play through. He is going to be their big playmaker today if it goes right for New York City.
Aloy Room came in after the Gold Cup and pretty much stole the show. Played so well. 17 different backline combinations. He finally didn't get that first shutout until September 29th. And Sean Johnson, a chain of scenery has done him well since leaving Chicago. 270th MLS game here today. We've got Jordan. We've also got Brett Hiltbrand down on the sideline as the third member of our team. Good afternoon, Brett.
Good afternoon, Neil. Jordan, you mentioned the 17 different backline combinations a season ago. This defense has really struggled when you take a look at that season. But a big reason why I think that you might see a little bit more consistency is the Dutch connection between goalkeeper Aloy Room and Vito Wormhor. I actually had a chance to talk to Aloy earlier this week, and they talked about his ability to communicate actually in Dutch with Vito, because the goalkeeper does a lot of directing traffic behind those center backs. That consistency is absolutely going to be key for this team, and that connection from Holland, big for the defenders going forward this year.
Thank you, Brett. Room, who played in the Vitas reserves with Nando, Vito Wormhor's younger brother. Rami Touchon, bear down for the referee, the University of Arizona graduate.